Okay, good evening everyone. We're starting. Shh. Uh, like usual, we started for Shalom and today I want to talk about the more connection between husband and wife. And I'll tell you why. This week, lately I had a lot of telephone numbers calling me. You know, I was surprised hearing families just Rahman al-Islam, Dua alayhim, they want a divorce. If you're gonna hear these families, you're gonna say, how is possible? And it's not just they get married after a couple of months or even a year. They live already for many years. And they want a divorce. And I'm trying, of course, on my best to make connection between them. And I'm trying to speak with them, like always I'm doing. I don't know what's gonna come out, but lately it's a surprise for me. I mean, you're hearing stuff, you're saying how is it possible for so many lived together, you know.
No communications.
Although we talk about the subject many times, but I think to remember at that time and to remember this and to speak about that, I think it's important. Well, the way you said, maybe it's nice to talk about, to say that it's maybe understandable, now not communication. It's very hard to say that. It's not only communication, it's how to do the communication, how to bring the communication, you know, that's the important. Because we do see there is communication, they speak, they talk, but you see, I mean, they don't want to anymore. I mean, why? What's going on? What's the problem? And I want to connect this with a couple of psukim from the sages, how they're bringing out this. And I will say important commentaries of the sages is the Shlomo HaMelech. You know, it's very beautiful, nice. Me, myself, when I pray, beside the Shmonais, the different prayers, you know, there's Tehillim, there is many others, Gulot. And I like to remind to myself, or repeat those psukim, which Shlomo HaMelech said, which those psukim connected with the fear of God. Fear of Hashem. And you know, look at the psukim, it's beautiful. He said, ראשית חוכמה יראת השם, שכל טוב ולכל עושיהם תהילתו עומדת לעד. First wisdom, Shlomo HaMelech said, is fear of Hashem. Even in Brooklyn, when I was in Shabbat there, Thank you. I was there, and over there all Muslim religious, you know, and I get very nice. I took a very strong guts and I give another very beautiful speech by explaining that it doesn't matter how religious you are. I mean, your clothes, your shtreimel, your wherever you are, you know, it doesn't mean everything. You have to have fear of Hashem. All the problems, guys, I want you to understand it very seriously. It's important. All the problems in the life starting when there's a person, a people, doesn't deal with fear of Hashem. Fear of Hashem, bayat ad Boga. It doesn't deal with that. It doesn't deal with that seriously. Shlomo HaMelech said many psukim about Hashem, not only that, he said, like I said, another pasuk, Yirat Hashem Torah umidat la'ad. The fear of Hashem is always pure, and it will stay with you forever. How is connected the fear is pure? What does it mean by that? It's simple. When you scare from Hashem, you will be pure automatically. When the person do avera, when the person do sin, when you do, when there's no Yiras Hashem, there's no fear of Hashem, there's no fear of God. You understand? How person do avera anyway? How he do? Suddenly he's fear of Hashem gone. He thinks it's not a big deal, and he do whatever he do. It doesn't matter what. But if you always have a fear of Hashem, and sometimes it's very hard to have all the time. When you do have this, when you ask for it, when you look for it, you consider pure person. Because when you doesn't do sin, yeah, you're pure. Unpure, when you do the sin, and when you do the sin, it's only when you doesn't have fear of Hashem. Shalom Melech said more another pasuk. Yirat Hashem tosif chayim. The fear of Hashem gonna give you more life. And who, and to who? It's like he said another pasuk of this. Yirat Hashem senot ra. Fear of Hashem, real fear of Hashem. You hate evil. You hate bad stuffs. Everything when you do, when you want to do, when you succeed something, it's fear of Hashem. It's only fear of Hashem. And people doesn't realize that. People doesn't understand. When you doesn't have a fear, you could be religious. You go into shul. I mentioned many times, and I also mentioned over there in Brooklyn. You could pray, and then when the second time of praying of the Chazan, till you finish your praying, you're gonna sit and talk. Where is your fear of Hashem?
Got mine.
Where is your fear of Hashem? So you all the time have to have a fear of Hashem. All the time. And Shlomo Melech said, you look at the word, you see, sages, the beautiful in them, every single word, every single pasuk, whatever they say, has a tremendous meaning, has a tremendous understanding, has a tremendous diamond and gold on that you could receive spiritually and understand the right thing. Shlomo said like this. You want to fear of Hashem? Really? I will tell you how to look for it. And it's the best thing for the person, for the man and woman, if they're looking for Shalom Bayit, to have that Yirat Hashem that Shlomo Melech is going to explain and he's going to say. And he said like this. He said, אם תחפשנה ככסף, כמטמונים תמצאנה, אז ידעת יראת השם. Which means, 99, I will say maybe 120%. What majority of people look for it? 120%, not 100%, more than 100%. What people look for it? Guys, talk.
For what? Look for what?
Most of what they desire for it. 120, more 120%.
Who desires?
Person, people. Majority, man and woman.
In German.
Huh?
What kind of in German?
Okay, how are you gonna mean? There is something that you're gonna receive, huh?
Ladies, food.
You're missing. I don't believe you cannot say that.
Missing what? Desire, you said this desire now.
Most of the people, huh?
Money.
What, say that?
Money.
It's not. That's the main. That's the main. When you say enjoyment, you say a word. If you don't have money, how are you gonna enjoy?
Money is the...
That poor person looking for in the street for something to eat, is he enjoying? Like, well, you want to survive. You say one word, yeah, but what the main thing that people look for it and everybody run for it? Money. Money gonna give you gava, money gonna give you...
Money is energy.
Huh?
Money is energy. Gives you a lot of...
That's what I'm trying to say. That source of everything, do you want to receive? Money. People calling for me, let's say, or we're calling to different rabbis. Bless me. First what? Parnasa, money. But one side is true. What's true? that we do need money. You have to survive.
Solves
You
a
have
lot
to
of
pay rent, huh?
Solves a lot of problems.
Solve a lot of problem, not really. It's look like for the middle class maybe, yes, but not for everyone. So, but majority, yeah. So, we look parnasa, we have to pay rent, we have to pay for school, we have to pay for food, we have to pay, we have to give money for the wife, we have to give this, we have to do that. So Shlomo Melech, by knowing that, what he said, Yirat Hashem, fear of Hashem, you have to look like a money you're looking for. You understand? You see his wisdom? You see, this is Shlomo, Shlomo Chacham Mikol Adam, Shlomo HaMelech. He's a king of everyone, king of all the other kings. Our king is Hashem, but Hashem himself said he was the smartest person in the world, and nobody going to be smarter than him in any time, never. Even Mashiach was going to be, he will be a little less than Shlomo HaMelech. That's smart he was. Do you imagine yourself who we're talking about? Mashiach was going to come. Mashiach was going to come. He will going to be a little bit less than Shlomo HaMelech, not like him. That's how smart he was. And he said, you want to Yirat Hashem? You want Yirat Hashem? You have to look for it like you're looking for money. You're looking for money.
Meaning 24/7.
Beautiful. You see? Guys, do you see yes! How the businessman, really 24/7, at home money, business, telephone calls, bills, that business, customers, giving. Even you're sleeping, you think about the customers who are going to call me, who are going to give me, what they're going to do. No? No?
Not everybody.
Okay, someone. Not everybody. The barber one.
Everybody.
But still, everybody in different level. Everybody different level. But you yourself, if you need a little more money, what are you going to do? Maybe you're not going to maybe think about the business. You're going to say, maybe I have to speak with my boss for a couple of hours more to work, or come different days more, or this. You're going to think about it. So, Kam Shlomo HaMelech said, if you're going to look for Yirat HaShamayim, like for money, you're going to receive it. If not, not. Im tchapes et hakesef, kamatmonim timtzaena. You know the treasure you have, in your place? That level you're going to have Yirat Shamayim. Because if you're going to look for the money you're looking for, then it will come to you. But if you're not going to look like for the money, it's very hard to receive. I specifically saying what the psukim I told you right now. I make specific prayer for myself, saying those psukim 3 times and don't other Pirkei Tehillim and pray to Hashem, give me Yirat Shamayim. It doesn't mean who you are. You could be a rabbi. You could be a rabbi. You could be admor. You could be a prophet. Doesn't matter. You have to have a fear. No fear, forget about it. Then nothing, God forbid. When the person doesn't have a fear, he can do all the. You know what? Every single step you're doing avera. It could be you holding your friend. It could be you holding your wife. It could be holding your relative. It could be you holding your parents. It could be any connection you're gonna do it by talking, by speaking, yeah, by ego, by business. Why it's happened that? You know why? No fear. And specifically, I brought this case for Shalom Bayit, and I will tell you why I say that. You know, that at the beginning we're bringing this subject that at home, between husband and wife. That's the reason I want to also ladies come and listen that. At least gonna maybe watch that. If there is no Yirat Shamayim, it's very hard way gonna have a connection between husband and wife for a relationship for the future. It's going to be very hard. And because, listen to this very carefully, this is important, and because there is no Yirat Shamayim, since let's say the beginning they was, let's say, together, they constantly live a couple of years, since they didn't try to make stronger, yeah, that Yirat Shamayim, and then it could be break. Then it could be a break. Why? Because there are Yirat Shamayim. Why? No, Yeshamaim, that's it. He has the ego, she has the ego. No, you have to put your head down. No, you, who you think you are, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going to show who I am. I'm going to show I'm a man. I'm going to show I'm a woman, whatever they're thinking, you know. And then it's breaking of life. Then it's the breaking of broken life. And that moment, if the person doesn't Yirat Shamayim, he doesn't think about his kids, he doesn't think about his family, he doesn't think about anything. Why? No Yirat Shamayim, no fear. All the Yetzirah are gonna come inside the person and break him to do that Avera. And you should know one thing, guys. You know, a couple of times already I brought that book. This time I didn't brought because we talk about a lot and we doesn't have a time. Maybe I have to make shiur specifically for that. If you're gonna see that the judgment gonna be to those neshamot, to those souls, men and women, what they're gonna pass and the Gehenom, Chas v'Shalom, Rahman al-Islam, those suffering for those averot, your mind gonna, I don't know, your hair gonna be white. I'm telling you, guys, Ramban said, Ramban, not Rambam, with the noon, Ramban. He said for one love, it's, let's say, you made a sin that you have to have 39 lashes. One sin, yeah? Let's say they didn't clean you in this world. Over there, if you're going to see for one lashes, what you have to pass, which kind of hell, what you have to pass it, you will rather to come back in this world. Guys, you listen what I'm saying to you? You will rather to come back in this world another time for 70 years to live, but not to feel that punishment or that suffering for one love, for 39 lashes that you're supposed to receive. God, do you understand what I'm saying to you? We didn't talk about the Chilul Shabbat. You think people who get divorced, they go into Gan Eden? If we're not supposed to divorce, and they divorce without thinking, and not thinking how Yirat Shamayim, they're not going to be only in the Gehenom for that punishment what they did. They're going to come back here again, and the situation is going to be much worse than before. And sometimes what's happening? Sometimes I was learning yesterday with Zohar Kadosh. It's so scary. It said over there, sometimes the neshamot of the Jew, Rahman al-Islam, God forbid, la'alechem, sometimes, God forbid, the Jew could come reincarnated to the Goy or Goya.
That's
you know that?
part of the punishment?
Yeah, of course.
As it come back as a Goy or Goya?
You think that's punishment?
How's that possible?
Hey, you thinking, I know what you think.
If you were born a Jew and you go and pass away, and how's that possible come back as a Goy or Goya?
Before we're going to answer that, you ask over two questions. You realize?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't ask one question. Do you realize it or not?
Yeah.
First question you said, what kind of punishment is this to come like a Goy or Goya? Like a non-Jew, yeah? I mean, it's a question or you asking second question?
No, it's the same, yeah.
It's not the same.
Well, if you pass away and you come back as a Goy,
No, but you said it's not punishment.
what kind of punishment is that?
What kind of punishment?
Yeah, how's that possible?
What do you mean how it's possible?
I heard that you
No.
pass away and you come back as an animal or whatever.
That different punishment. When you come like an animals or you coming like a different creatures. This it's also punishment. You coming to the from the reincarnation. Those kind of punishments. But to come to the reincarnated like a goy, a non-Jew, or like a goya, it's also punishment. You might think. I get your point one side. I think if I'm right, you correct me if I'm
So
right.
if you don't want to get
Wait. You said.
I got you.
What's wrong to come like a goy? Okay, you come like a goy, you enjoy, listen, the goyim also enjoy themselves. You take it like a goya, they do whatever they want, this and that. That's what you're thinking maybe, no? No? You didn't think all that? So So how is punishment?
Какой это может быть такой punishment? Если как еврей,
I will
all
explain.
this mitzvot, all this stuff, and let's say you divorce, and like
No,
you
no,
say,
yeah.
when you get divorced, you think you don't get punished, and you come back.
You understand me wrong way. You understand me correctly. It's not because if the person God forbid divorce,
or
he
any
coming
other
like a
sins,
goy or
or
goya.
any other sins that you do.
You make mixing up. Every sin, every avera, he has his own punishment to come reincarnated to this world for payment. Okay, each one it's different. It's not same thing. We cannot right now talk about those details. Now, to come like a goy or goya, since you said which kind of punishment it is, I will explain to you. You see, to understand really a big punishment, your soul understand why it's going to be in Olam Haba. Why? When your source, when your neshama, from the tree of Etz Chaim, for Am Israel, yeah? If you change that, and you put in your soul in different tree, which is, let's say, the tree of Tameh, unclean system, it's a very bad thing. It's a destruction of entire soul, God forbid. You know that? It's totally bad thing. It's not whatever you think. For the sages, by knowing that, and they know that, they saying it's a worst thing could be in a person to have reincarnated to the non-Jew. It's worse. An example, an opposite for the non-Jew to come reincarnated like a Jew. It's the highest level to receive in spirituality, and also all the enjoyment could be. Again, the enjoyment, it could be many ways. We have to understand, it's not the way we're thinking. Not always money gonna make you happy. You agree with me, no?
Yeah.
Not always when you have everything in your life, it's gonna make you happy either too. Not always.
Yeah.
Not always. So really to know the meaning of the happiness, the real happiness, it's not whatever we're thinking. To make you happy, simcha in your heart, it's really Torah does. It's really Torah does. And that's the biggest reward you're going to understand after 120 years. That what is this studying of learning Torah, what enjoyment you're going to have it. One of the reasons we're not allowed to, in Shabbat, only beside eating, not to eat. You're not allowed to also learn Torah. Because of tremendous enjoyment. No, it's a deep concept. It's a lot to talk about that. But I want to just tell you, you should understand, to change person, his source, you know? To change the person, his source, it's bad. I mean, you're from different source and you're putting you to the totally different source. It's not you, you know? It's somebody like, God forbid, you give him different hands. Even you're going to get used to, but it's not his. Now, you have to understand those punishments. You have to understand those punishments, those pain, the payment that person gonna pay for it because he didn't have a Yirat Shamayim or not look for it, and he created a cause himself. God forbid, a destruction in his family. Yeah, that's the worst thing. I cannot say people are not allowed to divorce at all because there is situation they have to be. God forbid, let's say, have to be totally crazy situation. I mean, it's must. I mean, something really. Danger or something really totally, I mean, Torah will agree with that, but unfortunately, as many situations, it's really for nothing. It's much for nothing. Not only for nothing, literally, I was coming to the conclusion, I was sitting and looking, seeing people talking with them. That area, people doesn't want to restrict, not just restrict. Restriction, not restriction.
Restrict, да.
People doesn't want to restrict. Не хотят. Doesn't want. Nothing. No restriction, no. Nothing. What do you mean nothing? Not even a bit. Not even a bit. By the way, this is American style. You should know that.
Да.
It's American style. You know why? Always, are you have satisfaction? If you satisfaction, no suffer. Oh, you have a psychologist for that. You have a medicine for that. Are you satisfied? I have satisfaction. Is everything? You happy? You just have to be totally, exactly. Oh, like you're in Gan Eden sitting right now. It doesn't go that way. It's not that. It's wrong. I mean, you have to find, yes, kind of satisfaction. You're happy doing something, but not always. Huh?
If you're not happy, then you become depressed. When you're depressed, all the problems
It's
come.
a baloney. I'll tell you why. I'll ask you a question. Like you, let's talk about you. Are you have satisfaction? Are you Barbara?
As a barber,
Oh yeah, as a Barbara. Or you working because you don't have a choice.
not 100%. No.
You does not at all satisfaction.
No, I enjoy what I do.
You're not enjoying. Maybe you get used to. Maybe you get used to.
You
I
just
know
like
you
the
exactly.
money.
Maybe you get used to why you have to panasa and you don't have different things. What do you do? Listen, I'm not gonna sleep in the street. No?
I was there.
No? I'm not gonna sleep in the street. So you're gonna work. That's must be house satisfaction. You're gonna get used to it, and you're doing the job and you're making panasa.
That's all.
That's it. Today, our generation, we're not gonna go far. Guys, you are married, you're gonna have tomorrow kids. I mean, you have them, Baruch Hashem. They're gonna grow. You're gonna give them chinuch, discipline. You're gonna see. Our generation, guys, age of 20, 21, 22, they cannot find themselves.
Because they act like the kids.
Huh?
They act and behave like a kids.
This is not answer. You have a point, you're right.
It is.
You're right.
They have
You're
smart
right.
mind.
You're right.
They don't
But it's
think
not
they are
answer.
like adults.
It's not answer.
No answer.
It's not the answer. You're right. It's not answer. Why?
What do you mean by they cannot find themselves?
I will explain to you. They not find themselves. Why cannot they find themselves? Why they cannot find themselves? Because they doesn't want to restrict. Or parents grow the kids, no restriction. Don't touch him. Don't touch. Let him alone. Let him do what he want. Let him free. Leave him free. Let him do whatever he want. That's the beginning of the destruction.
That's true.
That's the beginning. I said last year, if you wasn't here, I said, really, if Hashem gonna give me power, I wanna write down a book for appreciation for my parents, for those punishment they give it to me. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Appreciation for those punishments. You know why? Those punishments, they wake me up to do the right thing and to learn the mistake. People thinking how much it's by the way, by the Torah, it's also avera, it's a sin if you always give. You could kill the person, you could kill the child, God forbid. You know that? Do you know that? David, you know what I'm saying to you? When you give, bam, 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 you always give. He's so comfortable, he like in a, how you say that? You grow, nothing missing, everything perfect. Take him, pick him up, and you're training, put him outside for 3 weeks, 3 days, 1 day, he lost. He lost. He didn't know what to do, where to go. He finished. You kill him, God forbid. So how will you accept, think!
I was thinking about those animals that they keep them in circus, the wild animals. They so get used to feeding them. If you let them wild, they're not going to survive anymore. Because they get used to somebody feeds them all the time.
You see?
They're not going to hunt anymore because they get used to somebody feeds them.
You see? You see how it's crazy? You see? So the thing is, to give too much, it's also sin. You're going to go also for that to hell. Yeah. You kill the person for all the opportunity that he could reach or succeed or do whatever he wants to do it and be success in his life. You kill him. You finish him. He can't do anything. And then what's happening? You know what's happening? Can you tell what's happening? In the age of 23, 25, whatever, he's depressed. He don't know what to do. No money in the pocket. Blank zero. Blank.
So what are you doing like
Blank zero. He waiting his parents gonna give him something. Can't understand. It's supposed to be. And he's in my time, my generation, in his age we already had the married kids, family, money. Guys, do you understand what I'm saying to you?
How would you fix the problem then? Because this is the common problem nowadays.
very bad problem.
How would you fix
Very bad problem. Fix things like this.
Fix it from the beginning, not to do that,
That's
not
right.
not to let it happen.
Of course.
But if it's already happened, what do you do in that case?
Well, the way the sages said, it's never late. Never late. Well, never late.
Never too late.
Yeah, never too late. Even you see such kind of situation, God forbid, as a kid, a child became age of 20 something or whatever, you see like he's lost, the parents' obligation to sit with the child and talk and explain and give them power like a psychology. You see, word psychology in the Torah is our sages. I mean, America became like a law, you study for that, you go to college, you have a degree for that, you psychology. Not all psychologists help people, by the way, you know that? Not all the time they help. They draw money very good, but they're not, yeah, they draw money very good, but not always they help. But there is no the best psychologist like a parents on one side. And when the parents have a kind of conversation with the kids, speak with them, talk with them, give them love, explain what's right, what's wrong, tell them what to do, take the first step, not to scare, do this, do that. That's the right thing. And not to let to the child to do whatever you want. If you see something wrong, by the way, it said also father or mother, when they see the child going in not the right direction, if they doesn't stop him, they're going to hell also for that. It's a responsibility. It's a responsibility. Parents must take the responsibility for the child to speak to him, to talk to him, to stop him from the bad stuff. Unless if the child totally wild already, they did whatever they're supposed to do, it didn't work out, a different story. Even there, the Holy Vilna said, it's kind of bad feeling to the parents. In this world and also world to come. So, we're looking for peace, we're looking for Shalom Bayit, we're looking for everything. I mean, father and mother, husband and wife, that's the important thing to know in the life. First, fear of Hashem. Do I'm doing right thing or wrong thing? Number one. Number two, to learn how we say in the beginning, compliment. Compliment is very big mitzvah. It's a very big mitzvah. The whole problem also, besides Yirat Shamayim, we talk about this, everything important, most of our generation, everybody looking for compliment. Everybody looking for, how is it sumatli? There's another word besides the compliment? Attention. Attention. Everybody looking for attention. Man and woman, husband and wife. Each one of them have to give somehow here and there. It's a mitzvah. Sometimes, if you doesn't do that, you're doing avera. If you doesn't do, you're doing avera. Like kivud avim, to respect the parents. To respect the parents. Today we already almost lost that. If we're going to look at our generation, it's really crazy what's going on. But it's a mitzvah, and the Torah said you're going to have a long life if you're going to respect your parents. And why is like that? It's because there is no receiving without appreciation or without respect. It doesn't mean you always have to receive, and not appreciate. Parents giving. So what is the respect? Now, same thing husband and wife. Husband does his job, wife does her job. Have to respect each other, appreciate. Let feel the woman good feeling that she really do stuff and she enjoy on that and appreciate. These things gonna make more closer to the relationship with the husband and wife, and they're gonna love each other more in that. Not only this, never gonna each one of them think about the separation. Never. She always gonna say, how gonna have friends, gonna husband in my life? Respect me, give to me. Also, a man gonna say, how can the wife cook for me, prepare, wash this? It's very important. And how we know the respect? Now I'm gonna give you a small example from the Rabbi Ariya Kadosh. Arizal. What does mean respect? Look who respect who. Look who respect who. It's unbelievable. You know, we know who is the Ariya Kadosh, yeah? Everybody knows. Biggest Kabbalists in the world, which learned the Kabbalah from the Eliyahu Zachalato, and there is many other tzaddikim was with the Kabbalah, but his Kabbalah was important, and from the heaven they also said that only the whatever Ari said to the Marcho, that's the have to be studied and learned. Now look over here. One of the rabbis saying, I was working with my teacher, is Rabbi, who is Ari. Kadosh Zechor Abba. הנה בא תלמיד חכם מלמדני העיר, צפת, וקדם את הרב והלך לפניו כמתכוון. בחושו שמעלתו נכבדת יותר מרבי. While they was walking, the Rabbi and the student, which the Ariya Kadosh was the student, one of the rabbis was walking also, not by, just from coming different place. He was one of the teachers, whatever it is, and start to walk further from the Ari. Not running, not good for that, just walking, but passing. This is halakha, by the way, you know. When you walk with your Rabbi, yeah, the student have to be back of the Rabbi, and the Rabbi have to go first. It's kind of halakha. If you talk with him, a different story, so you have to next to him. So that Rabbi, which was coming from different place, he was thinking, well, I'm higher than the Ariya Kadosh, I could go further than him. He could be my back, you know, walking. ויקרא מוריזן אורחה, את המעשה זה חכם, אבל הוא היה מתכוון ללכת תמיד אחריו. When the Arizal saw that, when the Ari saw that, he in purposely start to walk easy, slowly, and be back of that Rabbi, not further than him. למרות שמחוז חפצו שונה, even those Rabbi Ariya Kadosh, while they're walking, he was supposed to pass, then go turn a different way, different street. But he was in purpose walking back of him. היה כמכוון דרכו של החכם שהיה הולך ראשונה. אמרתי לו, כי חס ושלום אתה נותן מכשול לפני עיוור. I said to the Rabbi, he said to the student of the Arizal, he said to him, maybe you're doing a kind of thing that Rabbi. You're giving him kind of failure situation by doing that, because really you are higher than him and everybody knows who you are, you know? שהרי תלמיד חכם זה, אילו היה יודע מעלת כבודו, היה שם מאחוריו. Which means, if he knew who you are, he's supposed to go back and walk back of you, not front of you, you know? ואתה בשוגג נכשל בעין נתינת כבוד, and you giving him honor by mistake, because maybe he doesn't deserve, you know? פתח רבי אמר, then the Ari answered him, and he said like this, מכיוון שתלמיד חכם זה מתכבד בזה שהוא הולך לפניי, הרי זה ממילא חייב אני לחלק לו כבוד ולעשות רצונו בכך. Since that Rabbi, which walking further than from Ariya Kadosh, he feel that he need this kavod, he need this honor. Since he also Talmid Chacham, maybe not on my level, I have to give him an honor. It's a mitzvah. Give it to me, to him, honor, even he's lower than me. כדרך שעשה אל הזקן. Do you understand what I'm saying to you over here right now? You see how the rabbis, they looking connections of the attention and honor to give from another. He think he was higher than Rabbi from the Ari. He said, okay, you feel that? If you know you have a Torah also. If you need that, if you feel you want to have that, I'm gonna give it to you. Not by word, but just show me like I could walk back for you. You see, guys, how the tzaddikim used to look on the level of the honoring each other, giving each other the honor. And what's going on our generation? Hashem Yishmor. It's unbelievable what's going on. It's unbelievable. I'm not talking about specifically for the Shalom Bayit or the couples, even between the religious people. Hashem should give all of us to the Chazor B'Tshuva. That's the whole thing. So over here is bringing it down over here, but that attention to give each other is also connected to the Yirat Shamayim. If you have a Yirat Shamayim, if you have a fear of God, you will do whatever you need to do it for your wife. If you doesn't have, you're not going to do it. Last shiur, well, I spoke about the value of the man. So the ladies who was here, they said, when are you going to take our side? So I wanted, they came here, but suddenly they didn't come today. And it's true. It's true that it doesn't mean, when I speak about the value of the man, and I explain to you the cosmically how it's important, it doesn't mean that chas v'shalom, God forbid, we have to put down the women and not give attention or not honor them. It's not true. Of course, there's a lot of value. I mean, women who take care of the house, women who give attention to the kids. You know, to grow kids is not easy. You should know that. It's very hard. Women who worry for the kids, for the chinuch, discipline. Women who's always think about the husband to prepare the food and take care of everything. They consider a very high level to give them the best honor they're supposed to receive and respect them. And the Gemara brings, even the Rabbi Harikador, one of the stories they said about the Ari, that he will be worried for his wife to have a nicer dresser and beautiful dresser that is supposed to be than to himself to have a beautiful suit. He will rather maybe have an old suit, and the money he save, he will rather to give to his wife that she receive a nicer dress and be happy. That's the concept. You have to honor your wife and love her more than your body. That's the way the Gemara said. So it's very important to give the honor. And we do know that all the problems that I said, I really want to give another subject. Maybe I'm gonna say this and continuously for the next shiur about the restriction. Why? Let's ask this: why is so much important restriction? I think if you're gonna ask logically, you say, of course, listen, you restrict, yeah, you restrict, so you hold yourself. So you see, it's going to bring a benefit. But beside that, I want to tell you something. The Zohar HaKadosh explained, in the Torah way. When you restrict yourself, but restriction is have to be a very smart way. Anyone who think, Gabriel, that I'm going to restrict until the limit I want to restrict. Until the limit. And if this is going to be over the limit, I ain't going to show who I am. It's not so good restriction.
But you only can hold on to so restrict so much. You can't just.
That's the important thing. You have to receive the level. That you're going to be like unlimited restriction person. I know it's very hard. I know you're going to say, Rabbi, what are you talking about? It doesn't mean you cannot talk. It doesn't mean you have to also explain who you are and what you are and tell her, listen, it's right, that's wrong. I didn't say that. But the best one, if you don't have to restrict time of fight, if you don't have to restrict time of misunderstanding and biggest catastrophe coming, and to solve the problem, so it's bad. And don't say I cannot handle anymore. Because I will tell you why. The sages, if you're going to see the rabbis, they receive and they work on themselves. With the Yirat Shamayim, it's such kind of high restriction, they was already ready to sacrifice themselves for Hashem. Not in mind or spiritual by praying only, even in the physical. Come on, Islam, you know that? That's what I'm saying to you. It's very high level. to us to receive this kind of level, it's very hard. But at least something from nothing, when you're gonna work on yourself by listening to those lectures or learning or studying, how to receive that enormous restriction, you're gonna have the best life in your life of Shalom Bayit. How much hard to you to make restriction in your life, so much is higher level you're gonna have the Gan Eden in Olam Haba. And I'm telling you again, if you're gonna say of the mitzvot I mentioned a couple of times, those 365 minuses that consider restriction, by the way, you know that. Beside those 365 minuses have the restriction, they have their own other mitzvot, including them. So those restrictions, by the way, you are creating your own Gan Eden by being in this world. It's not, you see, you have to be smart. It doesn't mean you have to always close your mouth and not say anything. You have to know how to talk, how to speak, and close the fight. But if the person is saying, I'm giving up, I can't anymore, I don't want to restrict anymore, I'll rather live myself, it's already considered a loser. You might, God forbid, Chas Shalom or Rahman is not lose everything, whatever you did till today. The question is asking, what you have a benefit from this? You understand what I'm saying? What benefit you already getting from that? You build something for many years, you build, and then what you do? Coming 1 second, you're kicking that everything you built. What you get from it? Why people not getting married till young ages what they were supposed to be doing? And I say young, you know what? Forget about those ages, 17, 18, which was the best time. It was even younger than that. Let's say 17, 18. Today almost you cannot find it. Even 25, 26 you cannot find it. Very barely on here. So most of them already past than 30.
Freedom, they like to enjoy their life.
You see what is considered no restriction.
Single life, nobody bothers them.
That,
they do what
see,
they want.
it's American style. American style, you see?
The whole world is like this, not just America.
So
Most of the world is like this.
So okay, what are you suggesting?
I'm just saying, it's not just America. The whole world is.
Okay, but you have to know, like the Torah said, it could be many changes. It's also one of the changes in our society, but Torah never changed. Torah never changed. It never changed, and it will be changed. You have to, that's your reward, that's your Gan Eden, that's your paradise you're going to have in the future if you're going to work on that. Not by thinking, I want to receive, I just want to receive. Right? If you say like this, the way you're saying, yeah? If you say like this, it's also a mistake. If you look deeply, it's also a problem. If you say like that, yeah? American style, all the world like that. So how come so many depression in our generation? Why so many pills for depression? Why? If this is so good, why are you taking pill for depression? So you see what's going on over here? You see what's going on? They say American, they want to be free. Okay, you want to be free. Do you gain from anything? You receive from anything? You enjoy from something you succeed? No. Pills, depression, and then maximum they're gonna go to Miami for 1 month or different Bahama for a couple of months, and then what? You see, that's the problem, guys. You have to know one thing. Your entire tikkun, your entire coming over here in the world, most of the thing, you know what? Restriction. If you're going to work on that with Yirat Shamayim, of course, because without Yirat Shamayim, it's going to be very hard to restrict. It's very hard to restrict. Always, not only this, ask Hashem. He give Yirat Shamayim, restriction, power, energy, to pray to Kadosh Baruch Hu always. Ask him non-stop, non-stop, non-stop. Give hell and power. Not to specifically to yourself, to your family, to everyone. And B'ezrat Hashem, Hashem give us a lot of Yirat Shamayim, L'chaim Tovim, Musharim, and restriction, and we should be always Shalom Bayit, and each one of you are going to think about for another fellow to bring for Wednesday Shiur, so he's going to be also considering your mitzvah. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen v'Amen.